Hello loyal watchers, I am Corey, creator of Corzeons. What you are about to see is a mostly chronological recreation of the story of the Clorkbob Saga of Corzeons. Of course, the correct way to watch the show is to binge watch the previous 68 episodes in order to experience the thrills, the twists, the amazing story reveals my impeccable writing process has to offer. However, if your life is too pathetic and you must catch up this way, this will catch you up. Without further ado, here is the story so far.
Why, hello, it's me, Cousin Corey. I'm here to tell you a story of a little YouTube show that came to determine the fate of our world. And the handsome Bayou hero who captured the hearts of over 10 watchers over the past 3 years.
What in the blazes is going on here?
Who are you?
Be gone, you astral menace!
Leatis.
I've been hired to recap the story of Corzeons, a task beneath my talents, but a paying job nonetheless. I only hope I can find time to add breasts. I won't have your ghostly backwater bullshit mucking up my civility. I have a vacuum in the other room. Don't make me suck you.
Alright, I'll go. They missed me up in heaven anyway.
Yes, I'm sure the upskirt versions are pining for your regalia. Ugh. Now, here's the tale of Corzeons. Corzeons began as Corey desired to put his creative juices to good use by talking about his ponderously large inventory of old toys and disturbingly large growing inventory of new toys. But what began as humble goof-offery soon begat worldly consequences. He started off in a shit IT job as a starving artist, unlike myself who was independently wealthy. Would you like to see some of my work? It's a lump! Admire the breasts! Corey began receiving mysterious VHS tapes and strange transmissions from a robot named Clorkbob from the future. A robot that foretold a world in decimation. A world that was running out of time. It took many seasons, but we finally found out that while the world was always heading in this direction, I mean, look outside! Yuck! Ugh! My scrotum is liquid! The true turning point was a conqueror who took over and ruled the ashes of the screaming planet. The evil dictator was named Lord Clorkbob. Clorkbob claimed to have instructions on how to save the planet given to it from his creator, who lay several feet away in a coma. However, before Clorkbob could provide these instructions, every time without fail, it would become distracted by a sexual allure of pizza. A succubus we've all fallen prey to, I'm afraid. This exploding bit went on for far too long. Suddenly, Clorkbob's creator awoke, and I pissed my pants off camera for a change. You see, Clorkbob's creator was actually Corey. Oh my crap. Or Old Corey, as he came to be known colloquially in the distant future. Before slipping into a coma, Old Corey gave Clorkbob instructions on how to save the future. Imagine his dismay to wake up and find out not only was the world still a piece of shit because Clorkbob failed, but there were many more exploded Clorkbobs and rotting pizzas everywhere. It sounds stinky to me. Speaking of stinky, this is a piece from my shoe collection. Look at the wonderful boobs everywhere. Oh, beautiful. So how did we all get here then? Well, Let's try to put it in chronological order. Near the end of 2023, Corey accepts a job working on robotics and generic IT position at Clorkbob Inc., a booming company poised to take over the world. The new job is terribly demanding, leading to constant work, long hours, and lost time. Corey has to stop doing his show even, and he cannot spend time playing with young Desmond. However, he is able to provide wealth and security in a dying and dangerous world. As his stature rises, Corey works on prototypes of the Pizmorgulator, a wonderful food DNA device, and builds Companubot, a servant robot prototype who will quickly prove to be a loyal friend of the family. But Corey and Desmond continue to grow apart, and as Desmond gets older, they spend less and less time together, and speak less and less as well. Corey doesn't like this, and he tries to reach out, but he's too focused on his responsibilities at work, believing that what he's built can be all too easily taken away. The world gets worse and worse, and Clorkbob Inc. is now the largest company on the planet. Their evil is a very loud secret, in that all large companies are evil. They are killing the planet, and Corey knows that his company is not good. But he feels that as long as his family is safe, he will do what he must. Corey is summoned to a meeting with the CEO of Clorkbob Inc., Brywinius Imbride, and before the meeting commences, it inadvertently accesses Imbride's hologram machine, and he learns of the company's atrocities. However, Corey has made his choice, and he chooses to do nothing in order to protect Desmond. Desmond, being young, still has ideals, and he believes that the world can be saved. He wants to stop those that are killing the Earth, and becomes enamored with a group of rebels looking to fight the giant power. Years later, tragically, AB dies at the ripe age of 22. Desmond's heartbreak and Corey's inability to deal with the situation is the final straw in their relationship. Desmond reaches out and begins coordinating with the rebels, who extracts his insider knowledge of Clorkbob Inc. from Corey's high position within the company. Desmond is angry. As the rebels grow in power, stability weakens, and the company moves its executives into its headquarters. Corey is summoned to CEO Brywinius' battle bunkers to witness Clorkbob Inc.'s victory against the rebels. In a simultaneous strike at 4 co-locations across the world, Clorkbob Inc. strikes the rebels. However, they kill millions of innocents in the attack as well. Corey protests, but he is chastised for his insolence and sent back to his quarters. Amidst the hysteria of the bombings, Desmond has used this opportunity to escape the facility and snuck away. Companubot informs Corey that Desmond has left to join the rebels, who, although decimated, still exist. Corey sends Companubot to watch over him and keep him safe. 5 years pass. The rebels have slowly regrouped and grown again. A ruthless new leader has emerged among them. Their strategies have hit unknown weaknesses in Clorkbob Inc.'s empire. Brywinius imprisons and tortures Corey as he believes he is aiding his son and the rebels. The rebels strike and take over Clorkbob Inc. Their leader executes Brywinius. Taking off his helmet, the rebel leader reveals himself to be none other than Desmond. Corey is glad to see that Desmond is okay, but he's bewildered by the carnage around him. Corey is freed, reunited with his son, but there is a darkness in Desmond's eyes. The years have weighed heavily on his heart. The Earth's most powerful and wisest have only brought it to the brink of extinction. People, Desmond believes, cannot be trusted with the future of the planet. With his newfound power, Desmond takes over the robot warriors fighting alongside the rebels that he and Companiobot helped develop, and slaughters the rebels. The same order is executed across the planet. With no one else to challenge him, Desmond has completed his takeover and crowns himself Lord Clorkbob. Corey is allowed to live, but is banished to the ruined world. Corey retreats and finds a place to set up a secret lab. In the coming years, Lord Clorkbob's rule becomes more tyrannical, more cartoonishly evil. Corey creates Corbett to be his new Companiobot/lover. As Clorkbob's rule wreaks havoc, Corey begins to believe his work can save the world. He begins to work on a time device, using a modified Pete-Morgulator, but his initial attempts are fruitless. He finds that it may be possible to change the timeline, but that any living thing placed through the time portal inevitably explodes hilariously. Despite his progress, he is still nowhere near a working portal. And Clorkbob's evil knows no bounds. Corey decides to come out of hiding to put a stop to Clorkbob, believing that maybe he can still salvage things with Desmond, or at least stop him from hurting more people. Corey infiltrates Lord Clorkbob's lair and confronts him. This is where you naughty arseholes who didn't watch the episodes will learn that Lord Clorkbob was Desmond all along. It was a huge reveal, and you suck for not watching it live. It was all told out of sequence chronologically, and it was awesome. You suck! But Corey's pleas to Desmond are ignored. They are too little, too late. Corey raises his gun towards Desmond, but he cannot pull the trigger. Desmond shoots Corey and gravely injures him, but he can also not kill him. He orders his killbots to finish the job. However, at the last moment, Corbett appears to save the day. The ambiguous duo escape the pursuing killbots and flee back to the secret lab. As Corey succumbs to his wounds, he hands over instructions on how to save the world to Corbett and slips into a coma. So, we're all caught up. 20 years have passed, and old Corey has woken up from the coma. Since Corbett has been all but useless, he decides to resume his work on the time device. He searches amongst his memories and the past for the correct moment to make his attempt. Old Corey knows he must choose the right time, or his instructions will be ignored. Each attempt brings him closer to a stable portal, but each attempt creates a temporal residue which the lab at Lord Clorkbob's lair is detecting. They have been searching for Corey's secret lab all these years in order to finish them off. Old Corey is down to his last Corbett and gives it a special upgrade to help it survive. Soon after, Corbett is wasting time when a surprise announcement occurs. A scientist working for Lord Clorkbob has hijacked the evil announcement device and warns that they've determined the Earth will explode in 3 days. Corbett tells old Corey to get off his ass and fix the fucking portal. Old Corey nearly does. It's his best attempt yet, but still it fails. However, the sheer power of this attempt alerts Lord Clorkbob's detection. Companiobot informs Lord Clorkbob, who sends him to the location of old Corey's secret lab to scout his defenses. Lord Clorkbob plans a 2-pronged attack. Attack him in the present and the past. Clorkbob has put his enormous resources to work on his own time device, and with the capture of old Corey's data, he has the correct coordinates for the timeline. He activates his secret weapon, Core Killbot, and turns on the portal device. Clorkbob steps towards the portal, towards the past, to fulfill its mission. Meanwhile, Companionbot has arrived at the lab and has told old Corey everything. He has betrayed Lord Clorkbob, returning to his original creator. He has stolen Lord Clorkbob's portal data and gives it to Corey so that he may finish his time device. Clorkbob and Companionbot fortify the lab's defenses as Clorkbob and a small army of killbots make their way to the lab. It appears that time is running out for everyone. Speaking of time, I've drawn a grandfather clock. Look at the pendulous tit. And now you're all caught up. You really should have watched it in real time. It was a sight to see, according to my script. And maybe you did. Good for you. Yes, yes, yes. As for me, don't you worry about old l'Artiste. I've got lots of time ahead of me. I have plenty of projects in the works, and I'm sure that you will be seeing me soon.
So there you have it, the epic tale so far of the Clorkbob Saga of Corzeons. It has been a wonderful 3 years. Thank you so much for watching, and I assure you the ending will be climax worthy. Please like and subscribe. And next time on Corzeons will be part 1 of the 2-part epic finale of the Clorkbob Saga. Thank you once again for watching Corzeons, and my character, Corey, will see you next time. Au revoir!